would have come over you that you would choose to defy. And he makes it into excuse like, well, it's because this particular circumstance with this particular leader, but it's not. And it's kind of like his final thing that he's done. And then in terms of his mental illness and the evil spirit that comes, like Saul is very, it goes into this whole thing about Saul and his sons and like his armies, like when they go, they're really in hand-to-hand combat. So it's like, you're basically like, you know, like if you've ever seen like, I don't know, like Camelot movies or whatever, or where, you know, where they're, or Braveheart, I guess is a better example, where they're like hand-to-hand combat, like they're right on top of each other with like weapons, and they're, you know, chopping each other's heads off, and you know, it's right there. Like you can see the eyes of your enemy as you're killing them. It's not like now, or like we have drones, or like, you know, where you're like hiding in the trees and you're shooting targets farther away, you know, where you could see them through your whatever weapon. It's none of that. It's like mortal combat. So it does go in biblically in scripture where it kind of talks about, I mean, it doesn't use the word PTSD, but it's pretty clear that he starts to suffer mentally from the effects of all this combat. So kind of by the time this second or third like error he makes with God, there is almost this sense of like, could this possibly, like, because he mentally changes. Like he's actually been in so many battles at that point. Like he's not sending troops in and then like saying, you know, back at the castle, like he's actually in there himself. And so he starts to be kind of mentally affected by that. Not making any excuses for him, but there is a clear sort of takeover in his mind where he starts to get like very paranoid about how he's seen by others, especially in combat and in as a leader. And then at one point when he and David are coming back from a battle, a woman comes out with I guess like her tambourines and her